you've noticed over the last week, but John Jones, an MMA fighter, fought probably one of the up the top end of the, you know what I mean, thing now, as coming off a ban, had failed like 8 tests or something like that. Now failed a test the other day, but it turns out that it was only something that was left after a steroid that would have been there for 2 years ago. So technically he didn't. But like, all right, hold on, let's rip it all apart. In
Look
my
at
opinion.
Canelo. Canelo.
Canelo with the
Meat.
the meat.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that? Because we're punching people in the head here. We're not like kicking a ball around, as you said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's well in amateur boxing, they're tested all the time. WADA tested them all the time.
Well,
You've got
yeah.
to do your whereabouts,
Yeah.
everything.
You saw it.
Much more strict than the professional end of it. Professional
Yes,
boxing,
right.
there's no testing.
Is there no?
Very little. Like, none of my lads have been tested. My 5 lads, none of them ever been tested.
Fuck me. And drug here and
You know.
the idea of cheating with PEDs and drugs now is it's 2,000 times better than what it was in 1990. Now, over the last little week, just from watching all the Facebook experts, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many different kind of levels of it and ways and types of juicing and stuff like that. Like,
Sure, look at the heavyweight boxers. Like, look, if you look at them, you know, you can't name names, but if you look at them in the Olympics, say in 2012,
this is no shame. No, you can say what you want.
you know, you see them in 2000, you see the size of them in 2012. Now you see them as world champions now, and they've put on 4 stone of muscle. How can you do that?
That's hard.
You can't put 4 stone of muscle on.
No, that's
Bodybuilders struggle doing that.
Yeah.
And then you're doing a sport as your cardio, you're burning muscle all the time.
Yeah,
It's hard to put on muscle like that.
especially in like such an anaerobic sport.
Yeah, you know, let's be
So do you think
honest.
that they just like? Do you think that even the Olympics, even all of this stuff, everyone just overlooks it now?
I think it depends who you are.
All right.
If you're Usain Bolt,
Okay.
they don't want to. I'm not saying Usain Bolt does
No,
drugs,
no,
but
no,
I'm saying
no.
they don't want to do him for drugs because it's too high. It's too high. It ruins athletes. It ruins sprinting. So they're not going to do him. I mean, look at the time Ben Johnson was done. Everybody in that field got done eventually for drugs.
In that, because touching on that, the Lance Armstrong thing as well, because obviously that's
Yeah.
a big high profile thing. Like, I ended watching the Joe Rogan podcast again with him on it, like, and he was saying like 1 to 18 in the Tour de France all failed.
Yeah.
So the guy that was number 18, right, give a big props to him, man. He is a noble motherfucker. He is. You know what I mean? All of these 18 lads, like, sorry,
He was the best. He's the best. The number
the
19 is actually the best.
19 is actually the best. Like.
Yeah.
And the reason why he said, like, well, it wasn't my fault to do drugs. I just had to do better drugs than all of them because they were all doing drugs. We were all doing drugs. So it was great. And like, I don't know, but like when USADA came into MMA, into UFC, it was like, and I can honestly say, never in my life, I wouldn't even know where to go.
Yeah.
The idea with doing drugs or PEDs.
But do you think?
My performances tell as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing PEDs, I'd say sometimes. You know what I mean?
I don't know how much benefit it is. I think it's more benefit. Steroids have been more beneficial in MMA because it's a lot of strength, you know, wrestling and everything. But I don't know how beneficial it is in boxing unless you're a heavyweight.
Nah, but see, I think people only think of steroid being as a power P. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Power and power transferred.
Yeah, I don't know enough about
trying to
steroids.
smash
to
through
tell
it.
you.
Well, I think think about this. Imagine you could train 8 times a day.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Do you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Imagine you could run and do a sprint.
Yeah, recovering better,
and
you're
then do
recovering.
sprints
Yeah,
tomorrow again.
yeah.
And like that's the big part.
Yeah.
Of it. It's the idea of the recovery of how fast people recover.
Yeah.
And then when you get injured, stuff like that. And it's grand to just lob something into your knee now and
and
now
you can
I'm
go again.
yeah, well, if I'm in my camp and I'm fucking limping through it and I'm sore and I'm doing ice baths and I'm getting body rubs and all to try and make myself feel alright that I can train again.
Yeah,
Where people are like, yeah, but it doesn't make me feel better. Well, it kind of does because it makes you be able to train as much as possible.
Yeah.
Now, my biggest point on a lot is, like, as you said, we're punching people in the head here. Why did John Jones have a trace of fucking anything in the system?
yeah.
Now,
He shouldn't have anything in his
they're
system.
saying it's because of partying, you know what I mean? They're saying, obviously, that chop and bleeding white weight thing or whatever. And
It's recreational.
yeah,
they say.
recreational drug, but like whatever. It should be. I think it's like if that happens, I think if you get caught with drugs in sports and it's PEDs and stuff like that, well, you should be very banned for life. You know what I mean?
Banned for life. I think it should be banned for life because once you're banned, then you carry on training, and then you don't get tested, Then when you come back into the sport, then you've been training all them times, and you're still the same.
You still have the benefit of
You
it.
still have the benefit of it.
And then we have another thing, right? So the idea of transgender. So transgender passing over to divisions. But that's not on either. I seen a handball thing. Did you see that? Some girl, so it's transgender was playing handball and literally just like rocketing through like 6'6" transgender person just rocking through people. You know what I mean? And
Sure.
this has happened in fighting as well, isn't it? This has happened.
Salmon in Katie boxing the World Championships was an Indian girl, 250 fights as a schoolboy.
No way.
Changed sex. Never won a medal in the women's World Championship, but I'd had 250 fights as a schoolboy.
Jesus fucking! I'd hate to be her father. But you fucking changed gender and all. You still didn't win a medal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's
Fucking-
mad, isn't it, though?
You're broken.
Yeah.
You're broken. No, it is mental.
But it is
But
mad.
that's meant like as I said, I don't know whatever all of that. We don't everyone being to themselves. But when we're punching each other, we're
Yeah.
the same way. We're not on drugs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
You're man or woman.
yeah, and it's like yeah, right, sound.
Yeah.
That needs to be, I think, you know. I think
Yeah,
that's a definite must because it's getting crazy, man. It's getting
Yeah,
crazy.
but
out there.
it's gone that much now that if you've I don't know, I think if you get the flute chopped off you, you can be a woman. You can be a woman now, and you get a passport. They're saying so. So if you go in and you enter a competition, saying, "Look, I'm a girl now," and if they stop you entering the show, it ends up in the court.
Oh, 100%. Now,
So-
if you're going to chop your flute off, you can have a passport in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean? Because you're props for that.